Morning.
Thanks very much for joining us. Now, we talk an awful lot on this station about the revival of high streets and getting people back into high streets, back into the shopping habits that they used to have before all the shops got shut down. You've got something rather interesting coming up in Bedford Town Centre this weekend. Tell us about it.
Yeah, we're part of the we're BCA, and we're delivering a project, a 3D illusion paint on the floor.
Right.
As you can see behind, the artist is there. And this is funded by Historic England, and we're part of the HAZ scheme, which is the High Street Heritage Action Zone. And there's a cultural forum, which is a group of volunteers and organisations like ourselves that are working to make things happen on the high street.
Yeah.
And get people involved, because there's a lot of empty shops. We've lost Debenhams, we've lost Bridges, old department store. So we've got this international artist who's done these amazing 3D paints across the world,
Okay.
Australia, Dubai, Brussels.
And now Bedford. I mean, you don't hear that very often, do you? Australia, Dubai, Brussels, Bedford. I mean, great. But and he's drawing something, or he's creating something which is all to do with this mythical bank vault, which is underneath, supposedly some people think, underneath the streets, right?
Yeah, there was an old bank here, Barnard's, that would lay underneath this site. And there was a vault, and the story is that the vault was so heavy that they couldn't bring it up to the surface in the day. So over the years, over 100 years, they built on it again and again, and now it's a car park. So now the artist has been working with the Cultural Consortium group, looking at stories of our heritage of Bedford High Street. And he's depicting the old bank underneath the ground with two of the shopkeepers of the time, which are a lace maker and a baker, female baker, who lived at 88 High Street. So it's bringing those old stories back to Bedford. And then the idea is that we'll have a website where people can find out the history of the High Street, and local organisations and businesses like Bedford Bid can join in present day stories.
Right, it's nice. I mean, it looks like it's a sort of square, the area that it's all going on in. So you've got plenty of space for people to come. And what you're hoping, I suppose, is that people are attracted into the town centre, and while they're there, they maybe go for a cup of coffee, or they go buy something in a local shop, and actually sort of start the local economy going again.
I think Bedford's really changing, and because of the wider Historic England plan, there's a lot of pavement widening, there's a lot of work on the roads to make them accessible for people to, sit outside, especially with COVID. And there's a lot of local businesses, art shops, cafes, all kind of, and the market is thriving. So I think Bedford is it's a way of kind of bringing people to Bedford away from the online shop and the offer.
Yes.
And I think Bedford's really behind that with its flea market.
Great stuff, Amy. Thank you very much indeed. Looks very, very much fun this weekend. Amy Albury, their programme producer at Bedford Creative Arts. Go along if you happen to live in the area, because it is bank holiday weekend. Get yourselves back into the habit of going locally and shopping locally.